It's good, isn't it? Look at all the lights, and that's my name. My name up there. Thank you. I'm going to crack on now. Hello. Oh, I thought that was such a lovely welcome. Thank you very much. My name is Mark. I'm from Liverpool. That's the correct response. I'm actually from a part of Liverpool called Kensington. That is also the correct response. Genuinely, a part of Liverpool called Kensington. Now, silly me, I was doing a gig in London just a little while ago, and I forget that Kensington actually evokes some nice thoughts. Right, I live in inner city Liverpool. That's not like our Kensington, right? So I went up on stage and I said, "Oh, hi everyone, my name's Mark. I'm from Kensington." And this woman went, "Oh, Kensington." I was like, "Oh yeah. Do you live in Kensington?" She went, "Yes, I live by the Waitrose." I was like, "I live by the Lidl." It's good, isn't it? Don't think we're talking about the same place. Yeah. This is really nice. Look at this, the drum kit. Is this a church? Is this room a church? Yeah. It is, yeah. Do people go to this church? Give us a cheer. Yeah. Is the drummer from the church here? Yeah, where are you? Did they tell you they were going to put that big thing in front of you? Genuinely, I'm the drummer at my church, right? No one told me that was arriving, right? And the thing, our church, it's like a big converted warehouse in the middle of inner city Liverpool. And it's in the middle of a big residential area, right? So there's houses very, very close to us, And then I was playing the drums, and I've been playing it for ages, just fine, it's all fine. And then nobody told me that this thing was going to arrive. Now, when I just turned up at church Sunday morning one time, I said, "So, what on earth is that? What's that?" "Don't feed the drummer." Why is that in front of me? Now, of course, they said to me, now, obviously, the clear function is to reduce noise, isn't it? That's clearly what it's for, but I didn't know that. So I turned up at church, and I went, "What on earth's this for?" And they went, genuinely, I've just looked at something that looks like bulletproof glass, right? And they went, "Because of the neighbours." What kind of hit has been put out on me that I've got to sit behind that? Nuts, absolutely nuts. This is such a nice place. I'm really enjoying this so far. It feels quite hipster. There's a lot of hipsters around, isn't there? That bar is the most hipster thing I've ever seen in my life. It's brilliant, isn't it? Just 4 pallets and 2 lamps. Hip. I was going to go and get a drink, and I thought, I don't think my beard's long enough to be approaching that. Don't think so. I'll start in a minute, I really will. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll crack on anyway. Yeah. So I'll just tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm actually married. Yes, right there, yeah. Sorry, ladies. Yeah. Yeah. Say that again? Life sentence. Well, I think we know what kind of marriage he's in. Wow, never had that before. Yeah, my wife, she's a wonderful woman. She's actually a teacher. Have we got any teachers? No teachers. In a Christian audience, we've got no teachers. Oh, we have. We've got one. Hi there. You're a teacher. What do you teach? Don't say kids. What do you teach? Geography. Oh, rocks and that. Quality. Do you still do like maps and things? We never got taught maps. You do maps, do you? Which way up it should go. It is still a globe, to be fair. It's round. It's quite round. Yeah. We could probably do this afterwards, to be honest. I'm just going to crack on. That's all right. Yeah, so my wife's a teacher. She's always bringing work home. You guys, you work really hard. I'm not one of these people who bashes teachers because they are fantastic. But I was never very good at school. So when she brings her work home, I'm always a bit nervous. Feel the chills coming on. Reminds me of my school days. But one thing I really loved about school was it had this great ability to turn a really bad situation into a great situation. Just like that, right? My favorite example of this was when your teacher would go, "All right, gentlemen, we've got an exam coming up." I'm like, I don't want to do an exam. I hate exams. But it's going to be multiple choice. Oh, is it now? No revision for this little legend, eh? How good is that? It was the best thing ever. You don't need to know anything to pass a multiple choice exam, do you? It was brilliant. I used to love them. I used to think I always had this tactic, and I'm sure most of you did this exact same thing. You know, I'd do a few questions in, and I'd be about question 9 maybe, and I think I'm probably doing all right. Question 9, I get a bit stuck. Which of the following statements is not true? A, B, C, or D? And you're like, a bit stuck here. I don't know. Could be any of them. But I haven't had a B yet. Magic, that was it. Definitely put in B for this question. Smashed it. But it was brilliant, wasn't it? The problem with this was, though, it'd come back later in the exam, it'd come back to bite me, right? Because I'd put B for that one. You get to about question 15 and think, I know that one. I know the answer. It's definitely D. Definitely. Oh, but the last 3 were D, so... really put me off. Like 2 had 2, 4, I don't know, it might not be, I don't know. The problem with this is, right, it's something we all did, wasn't it? It's something we all applied to multiple choice exams. But the problem with this system of logic is that we don't actually apply it anywhere else, do we? You know, we don't choose our religions this way, do we? Otherwise, we wouldn't all be here tonight. We'd be all at home just going, well, we haven't worshipped Zeus for a while, so... he might be real, yeah? You definitely wouldn't do it in a police lineup, would you? That'd be outrageous. Can you imagine that? All right, Mr. Williams, you know how this works? Just point out who you saw committing the crime. Yeah, mate. Definitely getting the vibe on number 2 there, mate. Yeah, number 2. Have another look. No, it's number 2, mate. No, seriously, just have another look. Why? It was number 2. Listen, mate, the last 3 people... picked number 2, okay? Oh, did they? Yeah, well, that changes everything then, doesn't it? That'd be nuts. That'd be stupid. That'd be a terrible way of inflicting justice. Rob was saying earlier, Michael Gove, the teacher's nightmare. He's now gone. He's not in education anymore. He's in justice. And if people are doing that, he's got a tough job on his hands. He really has. But I think justice generally... we just don't really have it anymore. It sounds really right-wing to say that, doesn't it? That I don't think we have any justice in this country anymore. It's going to the dogs, all that. I don't really mean that. I just watch a lot of cop shows. You watch these things, motorway cops, police camera action. This is where I feel we've got no justice anymore. For those of you who've never watched these things, they take a camera crew, they follow the police around. Right? It's brilliant, it's great fun. There's a narrator who's telling you everything that's happening all the way through the show. And at the end, he tells you what happened to all the criminals in the show. And this is where it gets interesting. I was genuinely watching one the other week. It gets to the end of the show, and the narrator, he's like, the man who was driving the VW without any MOT, tax or insurance, who's doing 150 miles an hour on the motorway while being chased by 5 squad cars and 2 police choppers who crashed and fled the scene and tried to shoot the pursuing officers with a gun because he had a grand's worth of drugs in his boot that he was going to sell to 12-year-olds on the schoolyard. Received a 20-minute jail sentence. Yeah, that's true, that. Yeah, I know. Observational comedy, smashing it. Yeah, it is horrible. Really, really hate that. So this is the actual CAP headquarters, is that right? Is that this building and the other building? Give us a cheer if you actually work here. Oh, brilliant. Oh, most of you, cool. So do you all work in the offices upstairs? Oh, yeah, not as many of you. That's weird. Gonna be honest. You need to be consistent with your answers or this isn't gonna work. We're not gonna get on. There's 2 buildings. Okay, so I'm the idiot then, fine. There's 2 buildings. That makes perfect sense. I wasn't very good at school. Okay, it's fine. 2 buildings, cool. You got a really nice office. I was up there. It's really nice. Very open plan. It's cool. I actually work in an office myself. I must tell you this actually. This happened today. Do you use the inter-office email system, Microsoft Outlook? Do you use this thing? Do you use Outlook to email each other? No? Okay, well I do, so whatever. You got to go with me on this, guys. You really have. We use Outlook as our email system. And on Outlook, it's got this really great thing where you can write they call it a signature, right? So you don't have to write your name on every single email. It just puts it at the bottom when you start to type in your email. This is very handy. But genuinely today, right, I've got this mate who I work with who is, if you think my accent's strong, this guy's the scousest guy I've ever known, right? And he types like he talks. So I got this email from him today. It popped up on the screen. He's like, hey, lad, we're all going out tonight. It's going to be proper sick. Are you going to come out loud with us? It's going to be proper boss, lad. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to probably just go to town, hit all the pubs and get absolutely smashed. Are you going to come? It's going to be absolutely great. With best regards. Yeah, the best email I ever got, really was. I put it in my favourites. I was like, I'm going to read that again. Yeah, working in office. It's loads of forms to fill out in office work, isn't there? Always filling out forms, loads of forms. I hate forms. The reason I hate forms is because they look so easy, don't they? And I'm rubbish at them. And I don't know how you can be rubbish at forms. It's such basic information, isn't it? But I always get stuff wrong, and I make the exact same mistakes every time. First question always, isn't it? Name. First question. Name. I sometimes have it in lights. Mark Williams. Surname. I've got to rub that out now. It told me to write in black pen as well. Block capital letters, and I've put it there now. Mark Williams I am now. Doesn't get any better. Next question. Address, innit? Always address. Roma Road. I've lived there for 10 years. Kensington. I know my address. Liverpool. L6, 6DJ. Postcode. Fine, it's fine. It's fine. I really feel sorry for the people who get my form, you know, the other end, when they open the envelope. And like, the abuse that I scroll on these things. This lad, he says his address is in Liverpool, Roma Road, Liverpool, but his postcode is PI 550FF. That's about as near to the knuckle as I'm going to go, okay? It's fine. Relax. Yeah. Yeah, I did that in my own church, and they all just went... Soz! Anyway, right, so... Yeah. It was good, it was fine. Yeah, so our office is massive, actually. It's not open plan like yours. Ours is like dead long, loads of different individual offices all over the place. Loads of corridors as well. And these corridors are where, you know, this thing takes place, which is one of the most awkward encounters that I experience day to day. It happens all the time. It probably happens to you a lot. You know when you're walking down these corridors, and there's a load of those doors, and there's someone walking in front of you, holding the door open for you. Every time. And you've got to say thank you every time. This is horrible. And the thing I realized quite early on was you can't just go through going, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because you look like a nutter, as I've just demonstrated. Right? So you've got to switch it up a bit, haven't you? You know, go, yeah, tar. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, nice one. The thing is, I start very quickly running out of ways to say thank you. You can't cycle back through them either. I've tried that. You can't do that. You can't just go cheers, nice one, cheers. Doesn't work. It's getting so awkward for me. I'm using different languages. This is unacceptable, isn't it? I'm going through going, yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah. Merci. Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Noch eine Runde. If it gets to Klingon, you've been following them for too long. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm married now, but I used to live with my best mate. My best mate's called Tim. He's a really great guy. We lived together for a while. And he had this really annoying habit, right? And it wasn't like anything to do with the bathroom or kitchen, normal, you know, bad habits that people you live with have. His was when we were playing like board games and that. So we playing, again, we played loads of games together. It was one of our favourite things to do. But in the middle of one, he would just go, oh, do you know what? If we were playing a different game, I'd be winning. As though that's got any relevance to anything. So annoying. It's like Roy Hodgson just going, do you know what? If I had better players, I'd win that World Cup. I really would. Or someone go, oh, do you know what? If this biscuit was a piece of celery, I'd be like that. But yeah, it isn't though, is it? And you're not, so. You've got to bring the honesty, people. You've got to bring the honesty. Yeah, sorry. We were playing one once, and he was like, oh, do you know what, mate? If we were playing blackjack, I would have such a good hand. I was like, that's lovely, Tim. We're playing Trivial Pursuit. So, where did you even get those cards, mate? Just put them away. We'll crack on. Yeah, he's a great guy, though. This has been really nice. This is such a lovely gig. I'm gonna do one more thing for you, and I'll leave you on this. Rob was talking about Facebook earlier. Just give me another cheer again. Just people who are on Facebook, give me a cheer. Okay. People who hate Facebook, give me a cheer. Hipsters, yeah. I hate Facebook. I'm on it quite a lot. I genuinely hate it. And one of the main reasons for me for hating Facebook now is the adverts, right? For those of you not on it or don't know actually what they do, the adverts on Facebook aren't like TV or billboards, right, where everyone sees exactly the same thing. What they do is they monitor what you put on your Facebook, and it's very clever, and then they show you things that they think you might like based on what you've put in your statuses. Right, now when I got engaged, this was quite nice actually, because I changed my status, Mark Williams is engaged, and the adverts changed to stuff like venues and like photographers, you know, all nice kind of things like that. And then it got weird, because the second, and I promise you, it was the absolute second I changed my status to Mark Williams is married, I refreshed the page to adverts for divorce lawyers and how to write a will. That was the scary one. You probably could have done with it, actually. It was pretty relevant. And I was thinking to myself, okay, you monitor my Facebook, so it's just because you've clicked married, but you all write a will, get divorced. You also monitor her Facebook and what she puts on her updates. What am I not seeing that you're seeing? And it's basically Mark Zuckerberg just going, yeah, congratulations on your wedding. She's either going to leave you or kill you. So start preparing for that now. And the problem with this is, right, it's made me very nervous. I'm a very nervous Facebook user now. So I'm very careful about what I put in my status updates, very careful. Because I might put in something completely innocent, like, you know, had a really, really nice night in with the wife, with a bottle of wine, smiley face. It's like, the 6 signs you're pregnant. Wasn't that good. No. Near the line again. I'll pull back, it's fine. You know, something else completely innocent. You know, I've had a really, really bad day, feeling really, really depressed, sad face. Why don't you call the Samaritans on 0845 799? A bit heavy for Facebook, though. Or just been watching the England match. Why don't you call the Samaritans on 0845 790? I might just do that. This has been such a lovely gig. I've absolutely loved this, and you've been absolutely brilliant. And your headliner, Andy Kind, is absolutely amazing. I've seen him loads of times, and he's fantastic. So you're going to have still another amazing night ahead of you. But for now, thank you so much for listening to me. I've been Mark Williams. You're going to have a great night. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Williams.